You know, USA, USA president and law enforcement and police system and FBI, these government, people, you create a war to Iran, okay? Meaning that, Iran is dangerous, okay, to have a nuclear war. So you don't want nuclear weapon Iran to possess it. So USA government member, you create a war, okay? It is dangerous to human being, to our life. So you create a war in order to make a peace, okay? At the same time, look what I'm going through in USA as by government, okay? They were as being government, as being police and FBI and government, they play like Epstein. I'm practically innocent. I did not issue a green card through my second marriage. I did not threaten anyone. Who created is a police. Who created is a police. And yeah. And they create University of Toledo. They create the University of Toledo in 2008, took me out from the physics room, let doctor to feed the medication. So all white people did it. They crossed the line, okay? It's all white people did it. While who's standing behind it? Mexican. What Mexican handed out, and then white people, white police officer from California contact University of Toledo, and then also the Toledo police, and then doctor. Yeah, I was shaking my body almost a whole month, and I had to break the window in order to escape it. That's how they play. But you are saying that you want the peace of the war, so you create the Iran war. What? And it's kind of irony. While you want the peace on one hand, as being same government, while you want the peace on one hand, and look what I'm going through, what I went through in University of Toledo in 2008. And that was not enough. Okay, as being police, they were completely blocking my career because the only reason police create a lie. And that lie has been spread by the Mr. Chang, while I was in South Korea, saying that how I fared my University of Toledo is I threatened, which I never did. Okay? And that's not enough. And police play my life and block entire my career. Okay? Entire my career. Because if I become a nurse, and that's against what they have been spread in the air. That's why they, by exercising police power, they create the La Salle College. And La Salle College, they let La Salle College never to accept me. So Christy Mayer create the fraud restraint order to block my return. Not even step into the campus. That's how I did it. Okay, for 3 years, while I was living in there for 6 years, while Christy May has a narcotic and she'll remove me, she's fine. They still get going, okay? But I'm the one that I cannot even step into the campus. Because I threatened? Who do I threat? Last in college, who do I threat? While I was being there for 3 weeks? Nobody. So the government member as being police, they were playing like this, like Epstein, and never being investigated. And that's not enough. Because I fight toward the La Salle College, and then police, they brought up Mr. Chang. Let him, along with their street member, let him play the laser, shooting the laser and abusing and doing the crime. Right now, all over, especially in Anchorage, SUSANVILLE was a small town, but in Anchorage, it's all over play. Mohammed play, Russian play, and Mexican play, white play, and Chinese, Korean play. All around people is playing. They are crossing the line while they keep their, State Farm agency. She crossed the line, okay? Even though because they want to squeeze my finance, because police think that they failed their plan because I bought a house, because I had money. Okay, so they were letting Russian American to squeeze my fund, okay, not to have a house. That because Russian community and Mexican American community play very closely together. Russian American people was stressing me not to remodel my house, okay. And even, while they sit in the assessor office, they increase my property taxes. They usually lower, but she was increasing the more, okay, compared to the market value. Yeah, Russian American, they play. I'm sure that they crossed the line. They crossed the line just like what I went through in EDD, how they wrap it up. Okay, because they didn't because they created, so they didn't want to say that they are wrong. Just like my school blocking, okay, Mexican created, so they didn't want to. Yeah, it was a Mexican side who doesn't want me to work in Walmart SUSANVILLE pharmacy, so they create to suspend it, just like Lassen College, but they didn't want their side. Because they let her to do it, okay? So they wrap it up in EDD. They lie, just like Lassen College, okay? While they sit, it's like a Mexican community in California, whole community is playing. It's almost entire Mexican American, they sit in there, they will do it. They will cross the line, just like I see so many in Russia. And then once Lassen College plays, they play, so we could play right now. And Anchorage police, this is like a domino effect, okay, cascade. Where Lassen College play like that, Anchorage people in Russia, where they play, so we are going to play. Now they are playing like this and never being taken care what they supposed to do, and now they even brought Mr. Chang and let him to take care of my case and then snatch the money, in U.S. society, and at the same time, let Mr. Chang to suit the laser. Suit the laser. This is, who brought Mr. Chang as the U.S. police line. And then police all know. And I didn't know it was a laser while I was living in USA. Espanol and white, they work same. They knew that I was being sued the laser in, SUSANVILLE. Yeah, it's true. Year 2021, once they sued the laser, my organ got messed up. After 4 p.m., I could not digest any food. That's how my physical body has to turn it around. Number one, in 2008, they tried to ruin my physical while I was in the mental hospital, And then number two, they sued the laser while I was in year 2021, while I live in SUSANVILLE. They sued the laser and they messed up my organ. So after 4 p.m., after probably like 3 to 4 p.m., if I eat something I could not digest. That's how I ruined my physical body. Just like the, Anchorage investigator, that laser messed up the organ. Okay? And then now in Anchorage, because in order to get away, this is all about the order. This is all about the, police wants to get away while they work, and then this, police line reach all the way to the White House while they are saying that we want the peace of the world. So we create the Iran war, saying Iran war in order to get a peace. And are they making their country peace? Are they making their country peace? They brought the Mr. Chang and let him do all sort of crime, even shooting the laser, killing people in U.S. society. Yeah, they are doing because he's not doing toward the white, and you are okay. Yeah, and even shooting the laser. And then in Anchorage, they were shooting the laser almost like every single day. So I had to leave. and they are the line that who's doing it, and then they create another event, just like another people. Well, yes, it's true. Anchorage Police Department allow. Okay, so who sued it? Mr. Chang, and Chinese, Korean, and Mexican. Mexican ex-soldier sued it. Ex-soldier. So everything, whatever is going on, is okay. And look, I practically did nothing. And U.S. U.S. police and FBI and even government never take care. I'm shooting the laser. Entire U.S. FBI knows what they haven't taken care. It's a cartel line. It's a cartel line. They are the one who was operating. Or to me, now I'm thinking that all this cannabis is a government operation by police member. Behind is police, behind is a government member. And they were earning money like a crazy. And that was not enough. Now they are getting into the real estate once they stole my laptop in 2019 in SUSANVILLE library. Okay, so now the white behind she lives Mexican, and he always get along with the Mexican woman. He was there in while we were by the house for cash. And then and then in Russian, because the majority in here is Russian. I mean, it's their work anyway. But, since it's right next to, and then right next to was breaking in and continually doing the crime from the Hells Angel, I'm mentioning because he's his member, because it's a criminal member over there. What did the U.S. government, U.S. police system, FBI system, or government system did? And 장새끼야. 할 수도 있었고 안 할 수도 있었어. It was your choice. Yeah. Once Mr. Chang find out U.S. police line, they let him. It's not Mr. Chang who play. U.S. police line brought Mr. Chang into U.S. society, let him play all this crime, let their police street member to teach how to snatch money, while by police line allow him to snatch the money in U.S. society and let him do the crime, even shooting the laser to me, while they taught him to do it. It's the U.S. line who taught Mr. Chang to, shoot the laser and let them create it. It's just amazing that what I'm going through. Yeah, last night he shoot a lot. Well, I email, and then the Russian American, the White House, bang, bang, they play.